Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, the show we do here on Wednesdays each and every week, talking about some of the cool new releases in the genres of progressive rock, heavy metal, classic rock, hard rock, jazz, fusion. These are the different styles of music that we cover here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a cool new release that's coming out. I don't believe this is actually out yet, but it is scheduled to be released sometime in the not too distant future. UK's very own Big Train, Common Ground. Okay, this is their 12th studio release from this very cool band, kind of like almost like a progressive rock big band, right? They've got a lot of members, all sorts of different instruments played. A lot of cool albums. These guys have been around since like the early 90s. I'm kind of a late bloomer to this band. I've only started getting into their music like the last maybe 2 years. Some really, really good music though to be found on their albums. And if you haven't checked them out, you really should. They are a contemporary, more modern band, but yet they draw upon a lot of influences from the 70s and the 80s. Specifically the classic progressive rock sounds as well as the British neo-prog movement as well. But they've got elements of folk and classical and jazz and blues all mixed in together to this really lovely sound. Let me kind of read off to you who's in the band on this album amongst many people, right? We've got David Longdon, lead and backing vocals, keyboards, and all sorts of things. We've got Nick DiVirgilio, drums, backing vocals, occasional keyboards, and all sorts of stuff. Ricard Soblum, I think that's how he pronounces his name, on all sorts of different keyboards, backing vocals. Gregory Spaughton on bass guitar, bass pedals. You've got Carly Bryant on vocals. David Foster on guitars. Aidan O'Rourke on violins and soundscapes and things. Who else have I not mentioned here? There's all sorts of other people that contribute to this particular album. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting people. We've got Dave Desmond on trombone, Stuart Roberts trumpet, Nick Stones on French horn, Johnny Story on euphonium, and John Truscott on tuba. Again, those guys they're kind of helping out here. The main people in the band, like I mentioned, are Nick, David, Ricard, Gregory, right? Those are the main guys in the band, but they've got a lot of other folks that are normally helping them out. So, some additional vocalists and string players and horn players and all that sort of thing. So here is the album, the one that I got that the band sent me. It comes in a little kind of hardbound book, so to speak, right? You've got the booklet with some really cool illustrations, lyrics, who plays on each track, so on and so forth. And again, I hope I wasn't forgetting folks, but chances are I might have been, because they've got a different lineup on a lot of these songs. I want to make sure I'm not... Did I mention Aidan O'Rourke on violin? Hopefully I did. It's a really lovely little painting right there. Lighthouse, kind of cool. I think that's mostly everybody, though. That's the gist of it. You've got Ricard, Gregory, Carly, David, Nick, Aidan. Yeah, that's the gist of the band. Artwork by Sarah Louise Ewing on this. Brass arrangements by Dave Desmond. Mixed and mastered by Rob Aubrey at Orbit Studios. Recorded between November 2020 and January 2021 at Real World, Sweetwater, The Playpen, Cattle Sound, Gunfly, and Orbit Studios. Pretty cool stuff. So, a lot of the lyrical content on this album, very kind of current. Kicks off with a song called The Strangest Times, which is all about kind of dealing in this COVID world that we've all been living in for the past year and a half. Really interesting lyrics. Such a catchy and upbeat song. Great keyboard and vocals. Again, the whole song is so relevant to COVID-19, life during the pandemic, right? Great song. Great way to kick off the album. Then we got All the Love We Can Give. More of a pop song. Not a lot of prog on this track. Good melodies, though. Very nice listen. From there, we got Black with Ink. Great soaring vocal harmonies. Got the muscular bass. Lots of mellotron, quirky guitars. Really good, fun, enjoyable song. From there, we got Dandelion Clock. Big, lush, kind of Wind and Wuthering era Genesis-inspired prog. The vocals are, very much in the Gabriel Collins mode. Lovely keyboards, the lilting guitar, arpeggios, velvety bass. Really intoxicating song. Definitely one of the highlights on the album, Dandelion Clock. Then we've got Headwaters. Nice little instrumental. Really gorgeous piece. Dreamy piano. All right. From there, Apollo. Another instrumental. Complex. Written by Nick DiVirgilio. Got really intricate rhythms. Great drumming on this. Nick is such a great drummer. Got a lot of feel, a lot of groove. Great synths and various keyboards, strings, and flute. Really nice instrumental. It's called Apollo. Then we've got title track, Common Ground. Awesome, epic sounding. Lots of proggy moments. Great David Longdon vocals on this. He's a really, really good singer. Really cool title track. Kind of lengthy, but that gives way to the even lengthier, the big epic Atlantic Cable, which is, I think, 15 plus minutes. Big epic sounds. Band takes the listener through many different twists and turns on this one. Fantastic vocal harmonies. No matter which way the band's going, you get these soaring vocals, multi-layered vocal harmonies, just lovely. The instrumentation is big and lush. You got mellotron, piano, various synths, nice, tasty, melodic guitar solos. Great track. Really good track. Again, this album is mixed with kind of the longer songs and the shorter pieces. They all work really well. And then it ends on a track called Endnotes, which is a very tranquil closer. Lovely keyboards and vocals. Really nice piece to kind of take you out on a more, mellow, sedate, but very melodic way compared to the first track, The Strangest Times, which is just so upbeat and just kind of like, really, really engaging, grabs you right off the bat. The album kind of ends on this more laid-back kind of tone, and I think it really works, and a lot of great stuff in between. So this is a lovely little album, Common Ground. I have really enjoyed the catalog of Big Big Train. I will be ranking the catalog at some point in time. I'm still sort of newish to the band, so I'm still trying to get used to all the albums, but really good stuff. I think out of all the more current progressive rock bands, especially from the UK, these guys are up there. They rank up there. I mean, just so good. Their music, I think, has a lot of potential to be picked on by the masses, or picked up on by the masses. Very accessible stuff, great melodies. They have a way with kind of pop and folk, and mix it with that wonderful old school style progressive rock. Great instrumentation, and vocals off the charts. Really, really catchy, memorable stuff. Hooks everywhere. But instrumentally speaking, these guys are fantastic. So Common Ground, Big Big Train. Be on the lookout for it. Again, maybe you can go to their website and get some kind of updates on when this will actually be released, but I know it is coming. Maybe it's out already. I don't even know. I didn't do my homework, guys, before this. I've been listening to this for weeks, and I just know that every time I mention it, people are like, when is that album coming out? When is that album coming out? I'm not really sure, guys. I guess maybe it's not out yet, but it's coming. It's coming soon. So check it out if you haven't. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, of course. We're here on YouTube all the damn time. Stay tuned. I'm going to hopefully try, it might be later on tonight, going to get in a review of the new Nad Sylvan solo album. Of course, Nad been a pretty prominent vocalist on the prog scene for a while. He also has worked with Mr. Steve Hackett quite a bit, in case you might have caught him doing the many Genesis Revisited tours and things like that. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can squeeze that in. If not, it'll be moved to next week, but I'm hoping to get it in. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you real soon. Tomorrow, of course, is Monsters Den. Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff coming up Friday morning, and then we got some cool ranking the album shows this weekend. So stay tuned for all that and more. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. See you real soon. Bye-bye.